Tonight,
it also, in addition to showing how engaged and constructive our student government is,
paving a new path, a community shocked by the horrifying death of a University of Miami student. Now, major moves are made to keep students safe. A look back at one community's triumph over tragedy.
And a new hope.
A lot of people in your family don't understand the struggle of going to college and maybe some of the loan processes.
University of Miami first-generation college students take action. How a new program has empowered students to share their story.
Plus,
it was definitely a shock to some people.
For better or worse. After the Hurricanes' dramatic loss in the ACC championship, one man says he still bleeds orange and green. We'll tell you how the ultimate fan stays married to the game. NewsVision starts right now.
Live from the UMTV studios, this is NewsVision.
Good evening, I'm Brianna Ross.
And I'm JP Aguirre. Thank you for joining us tonight. One of the busiest streets in South Florida, called US 1, happens to be across our campus where thousands of university students live and thousands of people cross it every day. Dozens of people, including students, have been killed or injured in the last couple of decades crossing that street. Now, the city of Coral Gables, with help from the University of Miami, has opened a bridge to help pedestrians make it safe for pedestrians across the road. Our reporter Portia Bowdish is at the intersection of Mariposa Court and US 1 to tell us more. Portia?
Ashley Kelly was a freshman at the University of Miami in 2005 when she was struck and killed crossing US 1. Since her death, UM student government has been lobbying for a safe way to cross the busy highway, but it took Miami-Dade County over a decade to build a $6 million pedestrian overpass.
It took many years for many different reasons. First and foremost, funding, and we worked with the state and we were able to acquire state funds. And so what you see happening today in terms of a dedication is the culmination of really almost 10 years of work.
Complications surrounding the bridge did not stop there. The opening ceremony was postponed because of Hurricane Irma. The ceremony finally took place over the weekend, with many notable guests in attendance, including the mayor of Miami-Dade County, Carlos Jimenez, and the president of UM, Julio Frank.
The bridge was designed to provide pedestrians and bicyclists a safer, more direct passage when crossing over to Mariposa Court. We've had a number of students either injured and tragically some killed right here, and that really spurred, the development and the need for this pedestrian cross bridge.
President Julio Frank says the bridge is a testament to student and community teamwork.
it also, in addition to showing how engaged and constructive our student government is, it shows the spirit of collaboration with our local community, the city of Coral Gables, and the entire Miami-Dade County.
Students, faculty, and staff members have also welcomed the bridge.
For my entire experience here at UM from the very first day, this was something I always heard about, so it was great to see it actually finally come to fruition.
For Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Patricia Whiteley, the bridge means safety and also closure.
Personally, it's emotional because over the years, I've had to not only deal with the Ashley Kelly awful situation where she was killed, but there were a few others. And so for me, it was, 12 years of advocating, of talking to the city, of talking to and making personal the names of the students that had been affected either by injured or had been killed. 2 other students were killed in the 90s. So I'm very excited about it and finally coming to fruition. I'm proud of the university's partnership with the city of Miami and Coral Gables and the state, and I think it's something that generations of students to come will appreciate.
Thanks, Portia. It's not uncommon for women to struggle with their body images, especially in a college environment. Now, one student organization on campus seeks to improve the way women view themselves in several unique ways. Our reporter Carlin Dickerson has the details.
UM senior Eden McKinnon started struggling with her body image when she was only 11 years old.
Everywhere you go, you're constantly comparing yourself to other people.
And Eden is not alone. A study by the Statistic Brain Research Institute found about 91% of all women say they're unhappy with their bodies. Even swimsuit models say they're not completely satisfied with what most people would consider as perfect bodies.
I kind of wish I had longer legs because I'm quite short.
I would wish that my eyes were less droopy.
I would want my boobs to be closer. They're a little far apart.
Now, one University of Miami organization, called the National Organization for Women, is working to help people with body image problems through a process called body positivity. A search of the hashtag body positivity on Instagram brings up over 1 million results. But what exactly is body positivity?
Full acceptance of your body, but it's a little bit more than that. It's like love of it too.
Now finds innovative ways to spread that love, like posting friendly notes on bathroom mirrors to remind girls they're beautiful. And on December 1st, they hosted an all-inclusive body-positive fashion show at the Shalala Student Center.
That like stereotypical like model figure, what a model looks like we wanted to like really tear that down.
Eden was one of 11 models who participated in the show. They shared their stories and walked the runway in an outfit of their choice.
I think it's important for everyone to feel beautiful in their own skin and to be praised for it.
Having like people yell my name, it just like reinforced like how much I love myself.
Everyone could use a little bit of reinforcement nowadays. So I asked all the women I interviewed what part of their bodies they love most.
I like my lips and I like my thighs.
I really like my eyes.
I think I love my hair.
I am proud of the fact that I'm tall.
This right here, this scar right here, I got when I was really, really little. And I grew up with that my whole life. I was ostracized, people called me Scarface, and it was the worst. So that kind of like taught me how to be like compassionate towards people I don't know because you don't know their story. I've grown to like really love this. I can't imagine my face without it, and it's like my favorite part of me.
I'd have to say like my upper body, like I was always self-conscious about it, but I'm really learning to embrace it.
Now we'll continue to spread self-love until all women can learn to embrace themselves just like Eden has. For UMTV, Carlin Dickerson.
Transitioning from high school to college can be a daunting task, especially when you're the first person in your family to go to college. UMTV reporter Chantel Batista is here to tell us more about some campus initiatives to help first-generation students. Chantel?
That's right, JP. I spoke to some first-generation students who are benefiting from a couple of campus initiatives that are focused on helping them enjoy their time here at the U. There are over 10,000 undergraduate students at the University of Miami, and while that number may be easy to lose track of, behind every student comes a story. For first-generation students on campus, the college experience comes with a unique viewpoint. Take Caitlin Short, for example. To her, college was an entirely new experience that her family couldn't necessarily help her understand.
And it can be a struggle because a lot of people in your family don't understand the struggle of going to college and maybe some of the loan processes. But to have friends and people there who can support me in that way, that's great.
Two campus organizations have been helping first-generation students in their struggles throughout college. Empower Me is run by professional staff and is located in the Office of Academic Enhancement. Their goal is to host informative workshops and promote a positive experience at the U.
Empower Me First is a diversity and inclusion initiative for first-generation and underrepresented students. And so the idea behind it is we want to empower students to let them know that they can have a great college experience, that they can have the experience that they want.
Luis Gonzalez is a resident assistant and the president of the First Generation U Club. His organization strives to be a support system to his peers. He also makes sure members of the organization are well informed and connected with campus resources.
I would say First Gen is set up to just be a support group. We want to make sure that we're there for them as an e-board and then the entire club as a whole. We're there to mentor if you need help with anything. The biggest part is also just lending a hand, because you can feel so alone in this process because you think you're supposed to do everything and everything is great and a-okay. But just lending that support for people is super important. That's what we continue initiating.
The biggest one is building up my confidence and my position of feeling that I can be a leader and go out and do whatever anybody else does. And even though my family may not have a background of having a lot of college students, that doesn't take away from how good I can be as a college student.
If you would like to join First Generation U, you can do so by visiting the Office of Academic Enhancement. Efforts to welcome students and clarify any questions will continue all year round. Reporting for UMTV, I'm Chantel Batista.
Thanks, Chantel, and we have more inspiring stories for you coming up.
When NewsVision returns, we'll introduce you to some children who find a home away from home when tragedy strikes.
Gone through a parent or a family member getting cancer.
The fight against cancer plagues a family with grief. How the University of Miami helps South Florida youth cope in the face of adversity.
And holy lights! Christmas is almost here and one family's taking holiday spirit to a whole new level.
Well, with all of these lights, there's no way that Santa can miss this house. Coming up, we're live from one of the brightest houses in South Florida. NewsVision will be right back.
These two phones unattended in the Wellness Center and set up hidden cameras to see what would happen. It only took 13 seconds. If only it were this easy to spot a thief. Remember to lock before you lift.
It's December, which means we are into the holiday season. Many people decorate their home with a string of lights or some simple decorations. But that's not the case with one South Florida family who is taking their decorations to the extreme. Our reporter Tommy Fletcher went to visit the family and joins us live in the city of Plantation. Tommy, how is this family different?
Well, the Hyatt family has been decorating their home for Christmas for over 20 years, but as you can see, this isn't your regular setup. That's why they call this Hyatt Extreme Christmas. 20-foot tall Ferris wheel, more than 200,000 lights, and thousands of visitors each year. It's safe to say the Hyatt family's home in Plantation, Florida is extreme.
It's just very, very impressive. I mean, it's just unbelievable. That's all I can say.
But for Mark Hyatt and his daughter Melissa, what others call extreme is their normal.
Oh, well, we did this last weekend. Just kidding. I mean, it takes time. We think about this all year round.
The Hyatts say planning the massive display starts after Labor Day, and they start putting it all together in October. Decorations, which are stored in garages, closets, and even bathtubs inside, are moved outside with the help of family and friends each weekend.
This is my art. I tell people that all the time. We look at it, we position each piece a certain way so you can see it from a 360 view.
In all, it takes about 6 weeks to go from front yard to festive display, and everyone helps out.
I put up the lights on like the house, go on the roof and put up net lighting and everything.
Although everything at Hyatt Extreme Christmas seems merry and bright, the family has faced some challenges in the past. The house usually lights up for the first time on Black Friday, but this year Hurricane Irma delayed opening by a week. And in 2014, the city of Plantation tried to shut down Hyatt Extreme Christmas, saying it was a nuisance to neighbors and a threat to public safety. But in October of last year, a Broward County judge ruled the family could keep their Christmas display. Hyatt Extreme Christmas has become a local landmark. The Hyatts say they have the largest residential nativity in Florida. And the house has even been featured on national TV on ABC's Great Christmas Light Fight. Despite all the attention, Mark says he has a very personal reason for creating the Christmas display: to honor the memory of his parents who both loved Christmas.
So every year we do this, it's really more of an honor, of course, for our family and our personal values, but also to carry on the traditions to the next generation. Well, the Hyatt's daughter, who's in 8th grade, says she plans to continue this tradition when she has a house. If you want to come out and see the current house here in Plantation, the house lights up at 6 o'clock each night and is open through December 28th. Some weekends they even open the gates so that people can get up close with all of the decorations. Admission is free, but the family asks that you bring a canned good, and they're also collecting letters to send to soldiers. We're live in Plantation for UMTV. I'm Tommy Fletcher. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Tommy. From spreading holiday spirit to lifting others' spirits, one organization with ties to campus has provided families stricken by illness with something to smile about. UMTV reporter Paul Schultz tells us more.
Coral Cadaval was a young girl when her mother was diagnosed with cancer. And after a recommendation at a cancer support center, Coral's mother, Martha, decided it would be best for Coral to attend a place where cancer did not steal the spotlight, and where a kid could simply be a kid.
I think Camp Custom is significant to others because everybody's gone through the same thing that goes here. Everybody's gone through a parent or a family member getting cancer.
This camp for kids like Coral has its own chapter at the University of Miami.
Custom! Camp Custom! Camp Custom! Camp Custom!
Camp Custom is possible through the efforts of counselors who meet every year in August in order to start the magic right here on campus.
Pretty much the activities at Camp Custom start the second that a camper arrives on campus. So they get dropped off, and then you'll have like 40 or 50 counselors just running to them, and then they form like this big tunnel, and they're all screaming like, "Welcome, hi, like we're so excited to meet you, welcome to Camp Custom."
And in order to bring this experience to life, Custom counselors are renowned for their fundraising techniques in which they average a total of $100,000 or more every year.
We raised over 3 times as much as we thought we were going to raise, almost $55,000. That sends over 100 kids to Camp Custom this year. One of our counselors, Bongos, put his hair into a dozen little ponytails, and he sewed the ponytails off one by one. People could pay $5 to cut a ponytail off his head and eventually shave his head.
For some counselors, Camp Custom is a way to give back to those who share similar testimonies with cancer.
When I was 11 years old, my mother was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. She was given 6 months to live, and that was one of the most difficult years of my life. I custom because I know what it's like to have a parent who was affected by cancer, and I want to do everything I can to make sure that children who are in my situation can find their happiness.
Camp Custom even affects parents who notice drastic changes in their children.
My daughter has changed completely. She now thinks differently. She thinks of others more often and those who need help. She is a girl whose life has totally changed.
If you want to know more about Camp Custom and its efforts for families like Coral and her mother, visit campcustom.org. I'm Paul Schultz with UMTV.
Still ahead on the show, football season may be coming to an end, but hurricane sports are just heating up.
And a look at what the weather has in store for us right after this.
I attended in the dining hall and set up hidden cameras to see what would happen. It only took 14 seconds. If only it were this easy to spot a thief. Remember, keep it with you. Keep it safe.
I'm sports reporter Jihad Chatara. The Canes are the only school in the nation to have a top 10 team in football and basketball. In large part to the undefeated men's basketball team. They are 8-0 coming off a win against Boston University. The Canes will take on George Washington next Saturday. And after winning their first ever Coastal Division championship, the Canes went to Charlotte to face the #1 ranked Clemson Tigers for the ACC crown. But it was a game to forget for the Canes. They struggled all game to move the ball, while Clemson jumped out to a 21-0 lead at the half. Clemson would continue to dominate in the second half, winning the game 38-3 en route to their 3rd straight ACC title. Canes will face Wisconsin to close the season on December 30th. And on top of winning the Coastal, the Canes started this season 10-0, along with a 15-game winning streak dating back to last season. And the man behind that success is Miami head coach Mark Richt. He has been named the Walter Camp Coach of the Year. This is an award given to the best head coach in the nation every season. This comes a week after Richt won ACC Coach of the Year honors. Richt is just the 2nd coach ever at the U to win this award. The only other, Jimmy Johnson 30 years ago. And UM fans are not shy about sporting their Canes apparel year-round. Shirts, shorts, shoes, or ball caps. But one die-hard fan goes the extra mile with his game day outfit. Shoulder pads. Something the average fan doesn't wear to a football game. But this Hurricane diehard is anything but normal.
It was definitely a shock to some people, but then it became like a surprise and more of a welcoming feeling now.
Shelton Douthet has been collecting old Miami Hurricanes uniforms for about 8 years now. At every home game, he is doing what he loves.
You know, the Miami crowd is different. It's a diverse fan base. It's a very passionate fan base, and they clearly wear their emotions on their sleeves, or they dress as their emotions.
Douthet's passion for the Canes started early in his life because of his best friend.
Me and my brother, his name is Wayne Douthet, big fans ever since we were young. You know, we got jerseys and everything. Everything was just Hurricanes, Hurricanes.
Back in 2009, they decided to take a trip to Tallahassee to watch the Canes play rival Florida State. But on the way home, Wayne developed a cough. He didn't think much of it.
My brother, being the way that he is, he's just struggling like, no, I'm fine, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Wayne had pneumonia, and he was admitted to the hospital. That's when Shelton made a promise.
He was joking around and everything, and he asked when I would wear all this Miami gear that we collected. And as a joke, I was like, okay, as soon as you get out of the hospital, I'll wear it to one game for you.
Wayne was released a week later, but the condition came back and he was readmitted to the hospital. Shelton was preparing for an away game in Orlando, but he felt that it wasn't right to go without Wayne.
But as I was preparing to go, I couldn't really concentrate or focus because I was something in the pit of my stomach saying something was wrong.
That's when the Douthet family received a phone call from Jackson Memorial Hospital. It was the phone call no one ever wants to get. Wayne passed away October 17th, 2009, at the age of 23.
At that time, I really shut down. Like, I did not know what to do. I felt like I lost everything. I felt like I had nothing no more. My heart was broken, everything.
Douthet visits his brother before almost every away game.
Still miss him. Sometimes I still get a little sad, but my brother is still with me.
Now, Douthet will be at Hard Rock Stadium December 30th for the Orange Bowl to honor his brother Wayne. And yes, he will be dressed in full uniform, cheering on the Canes. That's it for sports. Now to Shane Hinton with weather.
Thank you, Jihad. I'm your meteorologist, Shane Hinton. Taking a quick look outside the studio, you'll see that we had an absolutely gorgeous day and an even clear night as well. It's going to be partly cloudy, currently sitting at 77 degrees, and that is going to be the story for the rest of the evening. Now, whenever we're taking a look at your weather headlines, like my girl Nicki Minaj says, let's do this one more time. It's looking like we're going to have cloudy with a chance of rain coming over the weekend, cold front coming through, and that is going to affect our temperatures, and then a clear week ahead for all you Canes out there, especially when we're studying with finals. Want to take a quick look at the national temperatures. You will see quite a chill throughout the entire United States. 18 degrees all the way in Minneapolis, 34 in Nashville, 47 in Tallahassee, but we are sitting pretty down in South Florida, roughly around 78 degrees. When that cold front moves through for the rest of the day, you will see all these clouds coming in. That is what's going to bring with us not only that chill, but also that moisture that we are going to see over the next few days. As you'll see Saturday evening, that is going to be pushing out, which is going to be clearing up our Sunday and Saturday. As for tonight, if you're going out for Art Basel or for the Grove, 72 is going to be your low, but there will be a slight chance of rain, so please make sure you bring that umbrella with you if you think you may need it. Tomorrow's forecast, 83 degrees for your high, cloudy with a 20% chance of rain. May want to bring that poncho with you to class just in the case that you might have an afternoon shower. For your 7-day forecast, it looks like the story is going to be that chill is going to be hitting around Saturday with that cold front bringing in that precipitation. That is going to bring a chill starting Sunday, but clear skies for the rest of the week. 50s for our lows starting the next week. One last time, this is Shane Hinton, your meteorologist. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Shane. And still to come, music to your ears. We'll tell you about the new concert series that has brought music students from the classroom to the stage.
And heartfelt goodbyes. UMTV bids farewell to some special seniors. We'll tell you who after the break.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
The University of Miami's Philip and Patricia Frost School of Music has been named one of the top 25 music schools in the country for film and TV. Our reporter Robin Shapiro has details on some of the exciting initiatives that the school has to offer. Robin?
That's right, JP. The Frost School of Music has held its very successful Festival Miami for 33 years. And now the administration has added another opportunity for audiences to experience the school's talented musicians. The Frost Music Live Signature Series is a brand new concert series that started fall semester 2017. The Frost School of Music's Dean Shelton Berg says this series is an opportunity for Frost students, faculty, and guest stars to showcase their talents throughout the school year.
It really is a treasure to the community, as Festival Miami has been for so many years. We're so proud to present this music in such an accessible and affordable way.
The Signature Series features a variety of genres from classical, jazz, opera, contemporary, and more. In addition to the concerts, the series includes lectures and seminars taught by professors and guest speakers that are open to the public. It began in an effort to compete with other concert series around Miami.
So we've decided to go like other presenters and take those 2025 signature concerts and spread them out through the year. So we're more like the Arts Center or the New World Symphony or South Dade. I think it's exciting. It allows us to shine more of a light on each concert.
Dean Berg thinks this will encourage more students to come to concerts throughout the year. The concert series has featured many famous guest performers, including Sir James Galway, one of the most famous flautists in history, and David Alan Grier, who was the star of In Living Color. However, the Frost School of Music doesn't need guests to travel to them in order to have world-class performances.
Our faculty in and of themselves are some of the finest musicians on the planet on their instruments, and you can just walk from your apartment or dorm room to hear one of the greatest flute players or pianists on our campus in a very intimate environment.
This 25 concert series not only gives staff at the University of Miami the opportunity to showcase their talent, but it gives students here the opportunity as well.
So basically last year I took a vocal jazz arranging class, and one of the assignments was doing an up-tempo arrangement, and I brought it to Dr. Reed, our director, and she said that she really liked it and was wanting to do it this semester, which was a really cool opportunity for me.
But these great performances don't come without immense effort.
There was a lot of effort put into this. We meet 4 times a week for an hour each day, including sectionals that we schedule outside of class. We're always shedding. It's a lot of fun and a great experience, and I'm really fortunate to work with such talented and amazing musicians.
These concerts are free for all UM students. The concert series will continue throughout next semester. Reporting for UMTV, I'm Robin Shapiro. The next concert is tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. The group performing is called Ensemble Ibis, which features music by Grammy Award-winning Frost faculty August Reed Thomas. For more information, visit frost.miami.edu/events. I'm Robin Shapiro. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Robin. It's so amazing how much talent we have here at UM.
Yeah, it's one of the many things I'm going to miss about UM because I'm graduating next week.
I know. Don't make me cry, JP. We're going to miss you and Shane and all of the other people graduating so much, so we wanted to say farewell in a special way.
My name is Shane Hinton, and I'm just here for free samples. My name's Shane Hinton, and I'm still bitter that Anaconda didn't win the Grammy. Weather at NewsVision. NewsVision starts right now.
My favorite is dancing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Dancing, yeah. It's been a pleasure. Good night, everyone. Oh my gosh, that brings back so many memories. That was really nice of you guys.
I know, we're gonna miss you so much. Good luck in the real world with your future. I know you'll be amazing, and we'll be right here cheering you on.
Thank you from all of us here at NewsVision. Have a great break and happy holidays. Oh my gosh.